Hey artists, welcome to another sketchbook tour I've got for you. This sketchbook that I just finished, full of flowers, some fruit, lots of inspiration that I hope you will take away into your own art practice. Let's get going. Alright, so let me show you the sketchbook. This is from Temu and the brand is Mo Yao, so it comes with like a green paper band, which I don't have anymore, but I'll put the link in the description below just to let you know. I am not affiliate of Temu in any way. It's just that I like trying sketchbooks and I just went online to just, I just wanted a low pressure, cheapy kind of sketchbook for me to work out of. I do have another Temu sketchbook that I bought at the same time, this one. So this one is slightly smaller, it's more like an A5, and I did do a sketchbook tour on this one that I just released, I think a couple of weeks ago. So I bought this two at the same time, and the reason why I have they're both almost completed at the same time is because I like to work on multiple sketchbooks at a go, because when I'm on a roll, I like to paint and not stop. And with sketchbooks, you do need to wait for one page to dry before going on to the next. Therefore, I have a few going around. So this one is completed. This is smaller. It's also from Temu. It's not 100% cotton. Check out my video on this. I'll put it in the description below. However, this one today is a square one. I believe it's 21 by 21 centimeters, and it has got 44 sheets. Don't think it's 44, it says 44 sheets. Anyway, we'll have a look. 230 GSM cold press, and the price is between 15 to 20 Australian dollars, depending on which shop on Temu that you go to, because you know how there's one product and so many people sell the same one. I don't really get it. It comes with a really useful elastic band, which I like, because sometimes when the paper is kind of like dry, kind of like, it doesn't press down. I need to put a heavy thing on it. So this is really good to like just keep it closed when you want to flatten the pages. Okay, let's start with the tour. No more talking. First page blank. And this is my first spread here. It's the 27th of May, 2024. So almost a year ago. And I put inspiration petal. So what I probably meant was that I used the book Petal as my inspiration. I did a review of this beautiful book called Petal before Adriana Picker, and I'll link that also in the description below. So I believe this is her hydrangea page that I used inspiration from. I just love hydrangeas. They're always very tricky to paint, not the easiest. I'll do a hydrangea tutorial on my Patreon in the next coming month because I realized I haven't done one. So that is the first spread. The second one here is just roses, and what I like about this long square is that I'm just going to just zoom out a little bit here so you can see the whole spread. So yeah, it's this inspo petal right before my Patreon live. I like the space. Oh, the space was the Patreon topic of the month. Very loose, one layer. No, actually, I think it's actually this way. It's not even that way. I don't know. I love how the roses turned out. So even though this is not 100% cotton, I really found that it's pretty satisfying to paint. The paint stays vibrant and bright. Yeah, I really cannot fault this little Temu sketchbook. And so this is a really nice spread. It's not really a spread, it's two separate paintings. And I believe the inspiration is from this book, Flower Point. I also talk about this really fun book, nice book to just get inspiration from. Pretty sure I've shown you this sketchbook painting. I can't remember the exact page, but orchids here and some very autumny flowers. This is also an inspiration from petals, but I really took it into my own way with lots of splatters, loose irises. So what I like to do with my sketchbooks is just play, just really have fun, relax, and I'm not so concerned about how it looks at the end. I'm not going to make a perfect work of art, but it's just a really nice way to just paint, de-stress, This one is also from Flower Porn, and I'm pretty sure it's the cover of Flower Porn, this one here. A lot of people really like this painting when I post it on Instagram. I might also do a tutorial on this one soon on my Patreon. This one is just fruits. Nia tutorial. She's a really wonderful watercolor teacher on YouTube. And then this one I just painted with maybe just some orange references. Sometimes it's really nice to paint fruit because the thing about fruit and flowers, they're similar in the sense that they're from nature, they're from plants, they're of the plant world. And there's a thing about, you know, the color of fruit, the skin, the tones, and how it all bleeds into one another is such a perfect watercolor subject. This one is a fun, vibrant one. A couple of poppies, and you know, I'm experimenting with different backgrounds. The thing about if it's not 100% cotton, the backgrounds might, you know, not become as even as you like, but you know, it's fun for what it is. This one I put here Winsor & Newton set. So I was probably swatching my Winsor & Newton palette here. I didn't put down the names, but yep, that's what I did. This one is actually a painting by my son Freddie, who decided to come into my sketchbook and have a bit of fun. I like how he has a really cute composition, right? He just painted on the edges like that, so cute. This one was also a fun, just relax. I'm going to paint circles, I'm going to play with color, and then I also use a bit of my metallic paints for the sparkly bits. I don't remember which metallic set. I have a couple of metallic sets, but it's always fun to do an abstract doodle. And yeah, it's a good way to play with value. So darks and your lights, playing with shapes, playing with colors. This is a landscape practice and is inspired by this artist called Robin Kiley. She paints very colorful, beautiful landscapes like this. So it was a study of one of her paints. Don't know if she has YouTube, but she definitely has an Instagram. I'll link it in the description below. I really do love colorful abstract landscapes, and it's an area where I really want to grow and learn more. Now this is a vintage rose spread, and I believe this is a tutorial that is now sitting on my Patreon, so check it out. This is just some flowers I doodled, and then I put like a wash of something over it. I don't know why. I probably can come back to this and do up some details. So it's definitely an ugly stage right now. Same, more messy doodles, probably a hydrangea. This one I don't know. And then another messy doodle, but this one I think I actually went in to do a second layer. I said finished February of this year, but then I don't know if it's finished. Definitely could be worked on a little bit more. These are some fun poppies that I painted in my poppy phase. I always get into these poppy phases. And although this particular one is not a tutorial, I have a very similar one on YouTube that I'll link below. More poppies, and this one is a really simple daisy one. All right, this one is iris. I like to use the height of these square sketchbooks to get that effect of something really tall. That's the thing about these sketchbooks. If you like to paint in a spread, it is not the most ideal because it's really long. So what I tend to do is they're more very made up paintings more than using a reference, I find. This one, I think my inspo is from a Pinterest somewhere, and I'm experimenting with the dark background, nice black background. And I also use some Neo Color 2s at the back here. This is also a really fun still life. I'm actually kind of like copied this from a photograph from the Wen Lai's book, Still Life. So once in a while, it is fun to change up your subject and do something completely different. So it is this picture that I use as inspiration for this. So she's got the knife, strawberry, there's the melon here, cups, beautiful cherry. And yeah, I added one more dish, I'm not sure from where. So it's a really nice way to, you know, just play with color, play with values, see the darks, midtones and the lights, and just go with it, just have fun. I have a whole video on this gorgeous book called Still Life that I will link in the description below. Go check it out on my YouTube channel. All right, what else? Some dark gold poppies with a dark black background. Some more messy doodles. This one really messy. I believe I wanted to play with contrast, so I went in with the dark after the light. If you don't look too closely, I think it looks kind of cool, but you look too closely, it's just a big mess. This one is a really fun doodle. Again, I don't think I use a reference, but I just wanted to play with color and brush strokes and very light details. And then this is another one which is similar to this one. However, I think I went in with water after it all, just colored it in, and then I use some Neo Color tools for my details. So Neo Color tools, if you didn't know already, from Caran d'Ache, and it is just these wonderful water-soluble crayons. So what happens is when you paint, after that you can actually go over with water and it will have this dreamy effect. I put here just back from Japan. This was this year, early this year, just 2 months ago. Now this is also a Japanese inspired one. I did this one, and then I also did another one in this sketchbook. I did this one and I was very inspired to do one more for my Patreons. So then I did this one, and this one had a bit more gold details. So if you're interested, this is on a tutorial on my Patreon. But I don't know, I think I was just a week and a half in Japan, almost 2 weeks, just inspired by that kind of, I don't know, Japanesey design. All right, this one is a cute little simple one layer flowers in a vase with a cute simple vase. I think I used Pinterest for this one. This one is a beautiful spread from the book Women of Flowers. This tutorial is coming out in April as my Inner Circle bonus tutorial. So if you don't know me, I love my vintage florals, and this is a really gorgeous book called Women of Flowers, a tribute to Victorian women illustrators. And this one is of Jane Webb Loudon, and her paintings are so gorgeous and vivid and bright and just so contemporary for her time. So I took the elements here and I laid it out in this format. And that's the challenge with a sketchbook of a different format, different proportions. It's nice to sort of opportunity for you to work on your own composition skills. And in that Patreon video, I talk a bit about how I decide to put what where. So if you're interested in that, do check it out. All right, so this is some fruits which I surprised myself with because they're not too bad. I realized they're actually quite good. And also I used this really fun book called Fruits of the Earth. It's a vintage book. This is the author. I won't link this because it's a vintage book and you just got to go and find your own from the secondhand vintage websites. But I was inspired by this other artist on Instagram called Emily Barossa. I'll link her Instagram below. She paints these really nice thick gouache fruits and vegetables and all sorts. So I actually use my Kuretake Gansai Tambi for this, which is this set. It's a Japanese set. And these are actually more thicker, more opaque. And if you notice, I do use a bit of white in this painting, which usually I don't use white. But wanting to break the rules a little bit and have a bit of fun. So those are my peppers. This is more sort of vertical painting from the book Still Life, I'm pretty sure. I really like this one. It's really light, it's really feathery, just 2 layers, simple, fun, relaxing sketch. This one too, also from Still Life, practicing my peonies, practicing the darker elements, just having a blast. And then here is some sketches that I just practice sketching. Once in a while, I will feel inspired to take out my pencil and sketch. So peonies. And then finally, I did some apples, and I only started with 1 layer. I didn't go in for a 2nd layer yet. And again, I used these paint, and the apples are from this book. So, yep. Oh, actually, I have 1 more page left. I lied. It's not finished. I thought I finished it. That's strange. Anyway, that's it. This is the sketchbook tour of this completed sketchbook. I hope you enjoyed this tour. And thanks so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know which painting inspired you most. And check out my Patreon if you want to learn from me how to paint this step by step. Otherwise, please subscribe to my channel and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.